to all you Capricorns. All you Capricorns out there, welcome for your general horoscope for March 2014 with me, Veerle. And I'll start straight away because there's a lot of things going on, and it's a bit funny because two planets are, at the beginning of the month, two planets going forwards again and two planets are going retrograde again. And I think it's going to be a month for all of us. Some levels in our lives we go forward again, and other levels we have to reflect. It's not a bad thing, that reflection, but it can be a bit annoying for some of us, especially some of us who have a lot of fire signs in their horoscope. But you are a Capricorn, that is an earth sign, and that can deal well with that. You are actually, of all the signs of the zodiac, probably the sign that has most patience. And if you're saying, no, I have no patience at all, check your horoscope as a whole. Now, let's start with the planets that are going forwards again. That is Jupiter and Mercury. As from the 1st of the month, Mercury goes forward again. So we all feel that there is a bit more clearance coming in. There is a bit more understanding coming in. And for you, it's in the 2nd and in the 3rd house, which is nice. Because the 2nd house is also an earth house. It's about your value system. It's about what you value in life. It's about what you think is important in your life. It's about maybe your resources, maybe money. You're thinking about it. Maybe you're thinking about gaining more money, and you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel again, and you're going forwards. And especially the 2 last weeks of the month will be more focused on communication, and things will go faster. So the last 2 weeks of the month, things will go faster, as it is with emails, telephone, communication with people on a general level. So you feel that drive again there. There things are going upwards. Another nice area for you is where it goes straight upwards is your 7th house, is Jupiter. You're having Jupiter, which is now in your opposite house, and that only happens once every 12 years. So this is a very positive transit, having Jupiter there in your 7th house. Take advantage of it, that people who come into your life now are important for you. Can be very important for the future as well, whether you are single or not. If you are in a relationship, you have maybe lately been thinking about it and been thinking, or maybe worrying, or maybe not worrying so much, but thinking about what's the meaning of my relationship? What's the meaning of my relationship? And now you've got it. Now you know what the meaning is, and you go forwards again. For those who are single, it's a really good time to meet new people, especially if you have a Capricorn rising sign and Jupiter goes over your descendant. It is really, really nice to meet new people, because the people that you will meet will be people that have good intentions with you. It's a very strong Jupiter in Cancer there. So take advantage of that. Now, what is going slower? Well, in general, maybe you as a person will feel a slowing down as well, because your ruler Saturn goes backwards. By the way, that Jupiter goes forwards around the 7th, and your ruler Saturn goes backwards the 3rd. So it's all that first week of the month. So what does it mean? So beside those levels that I just mentioned, that are areas that go forwards in your life, there is a kind of a pausing and of a reflecting time for you, considering your 11th house. And this is really, really important for you, because Mars is involved as well. Mars is also going backwards at the beginning of the month, on the 2nd of the month in your 10th house. Now this is related to each other. Why? First of all, Saturn, your ruler, it wants to structure. It wants to structure, it wants to define, it wants to you know, identify things, and it wants to identify the 11th house. And the 11th house is not only friends. So for some of you, a lot of Capricorns will just, you know, they will delete friends from their books, or how do you call that, address books, because they're not good for you anymore, and you will make that shift. But for most of you, I think it has to do with your future goals in life, future long-term goals, what you want to do in your life, whether it is work or whether it is certain goal that you want to accomplish. If a certain goal can even be, you know, I want to become a good person, and I want to become a good person towards my loved ones, and giving them, you know, my kids a good foundation, and so on. So in other words, it's not always has to do with work, but for many of you, it's about your future goals, and you're pausing, you're actually stopping there. Things are not going the way that you want, and now is the time to reflect upon that. So there is a time to go slow, and to reflect and to restructure as soon as Saturn goes forwards again, which will not be this month. So then you will make the adjustments. But first you have to know what you need to adjust. And that is what you're doing now in that 11th house, which is quite an important house actually, when it comes to what your future will be. And it's about intentions. Intentions are so important, you know. If your intention is bad, you know, the future will be bad. If your intentions are good and are aligned with your higher consciousness, then you can go forwards. Mars is also stepping backwards in your 10th house, the 10th house, which is so important for Capricorns. It's associated, Capricorn is associated with the 10th house, which is about your social status, your work, your career, how you want that other people see you. So you're taking a step back as well. But taking a step back doesn't mean to say that you are going downwards on the ladder of social status. On the contrary, it means that you're taking a step back. So maybe some of you may have had too much stress at work, and now it's a time to go back, because Mars, it's a planet that wants to go forward, but it's very annoyed here, because first of all it's going backwards, and second, it's in Libra. It's in a sign that it doesn't want to be, because simply Libra is about, oh, should I do this, should I do that? It looks at every angle, and Mars doesn't want to do that. So it can be a bit annoyed, rise the feeling of frustration, but just in the beginning, because I think Capricorns are so very patient, and Capricorn is a very strategic sign, and this is what this Mars retro is all about. It's about being a diplomat. It's about taking a step backwards for planning. This is what you're good at. Most Capricorns are good at taking a step back, planning, and then off you go. Because when Mars goes forwards again around May, you will go up a level. And for you, that will be considering those 10th house issues, which will be work, for many of you. So maybe you are out of work now and you're not seeing where you need to go. Well, it's a time of planning and thinking about what action should you take. Maybe you are in a job and you don't like it and you want to change it. It's not now the time to change. It's the time to think your strategy out and to take those little steps. And those little steps will all add up to what you will be doing in May. So it's a very interesting time for the Capricorns, and I think you're really gonna like it, because these are energies that you are quite familiar with. So wishing you all the luck with these energies, and don't hesitate if you want a consultation, you know, a precise interpretation of your chart, because these are general ones. So it's already fantastic that some people say, oh, this is really applying for me. So wishing you all the best. Check out my website with a lot of services that I give you there, and a lot of other videos that I've made. And wishing you all the best and the good luck for March. Bye bye. See you next month.